On second reading, House Bill 1971. The clerk will read the bill.
HB 1971 by Canales, relating to the purchase and installation of climate control systems of facilities operated by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
Chair recognizes Representative Canales to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Member, this legislation will only go into effect if state funds are specifically allocated. So over the past 3 years, our state has spent more than $10 million on litigation due to heat-related deaths in our Texas prisons. I want to thank my joint authors, Chairman Burrows, Chairman White, Speaker Moody, and Chairman Leach for joining me. The reality is, in Texas, we are cooking people in the prisons that we have. This bill would lower the prison guard shortage and turnover rate. We have an average turnover rate of 21.9%, and guards and a 40% turnover rate within the first year. TDCJ has long struggled against dangerous and chronic understaffing, but the number of officers has reached critical lows in recent months, and that is due to the heat in Texas. Aggressive behavior is also something that is occasioned by excessive heat. 1971 would lower healthcare costs as well in these prisons. Extreme heat can cause a plethora of medical issues, but it also aggravates the pre-existing conditions. Most importantly, it will save the state time and money in dealing with the litigation that's ensued. Current lack of temperature control has already cost our state $7 million in a recent lawsuit concerning the PAC unit and continual litigation. TDCJ does not know the true costs. So in regards to the costs, I want to point you to the PAC unit lawsuit where TDCJ said it would cost more than $20 million. That was not true. The fact is, in one instance, it only cost $4 million. The reality is, it appears TDCJ does not have the ability to properly approximate the cost. With around 70 prisons without heating or cooling, you can imagine that the other units cost a little more. This does not add up to close to the cost at TDCJ. Many of the people that are imprisoned right now are in there for low-level drug offenses. The heat in Texas soars sometimes to over 110 degrees, making the inside temperature greater. The prisoners that we have heard testimony from lie on the floor in pools of water until the heat dries that water in the morning. I'm so proud that we have got all these people surrounding me, because the reality is this is the right thing to do. It's the humane thing to do. It's something we should have addressed a long time ago, and I'm so proud of all the people that are supporting this bill. And with that,
Mr. Speaker.
Speaker Moody, for what purpose?
The gentleman yield for questions.
This gentleman yield for questions. Gentleman yields.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to try to figure out how to make this into a question, but I actually just want to say thank you, because you would agree with me that it's very easy, and we do it very often, in that we dehumanize people that are justice involved. Isn't that right?
We do so to the point that it's not only affecting the prisoners, but the guards. And this is something that I'll give you the example that we've heard many times when I was in the Criminal Jurisprudence Committee. If you've ever gotten in your car and you start to gasp for air on one of those hot summer days, that's what they have perpetually, day in, day out. And it's inhumane. The Middle East doesn't even treat people the way we treat people with low-level drug offenses.
Well, Mr. Canales, I appreciate the effort you put into this over many years, and I didn't ever think we'd be at this point.
Neither did I, Speaker.
I'm going to respect that we have a short bit of time left, but I just want to say thank you for having this House take a stand on treating people like human beings, no matter what brought them into the system. We cannot dehumanize these folks. We have to address the issues. And so I appreciate that you're actually solving multiple problems with this bill. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move passage.
Question occurs on passage to engrossment of House Bill 1971. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 1971 is passed to engrossment.